Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I am your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Shear. Hello, Jason Shear. How are you doing, my friend?
Splendid, Michael. Thank you for having me on.
It's my pleasure, my friend. Yes, this show is brought to you today by Little Caesars. 15% off. Code SAVE15. Code LCFREECC. Free crazy combo with a pizza purchase. All right, now, Jason Shear, I'm Mike Luke. All right, let's talk a little bit first about, we're going to get into all this stuff going on, intrigue behind the scenes in Arizona, transfer portal, U of A football, you name it. We are going to get to it. But the first thing that I want to talk a little bit, though, about Shear is yesterday, I think you saw, and I just had a lunch with the great Dennis Walsh and the great Harry Lex. We have decided that they were both right on backing up a jet on.
I wasn't invited. It would have been, I'm just saying.
You wouldn't have gone. There would be people there. So I'm going to say
it was great this weekend.
You had your moments.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you take it. It's better than nothing. So, all right. The first thing, though, Dennis Walsh put it really well, and I think this is right. Michigan's A game is better than Arizona's A game. Arizona's floor is probably better than Michigan's floor. And Arizona got Michigan's A game, and they had nowhere to be able to go with it.
Yeah, look, like it was just one of those perfect storms. I said it at the time. Arizona, when you're facing a team like Michigan, you have to play well.
Right.
There's teams that Arizona throughout the year didn't have to play well and could still beat. Michigan wasn't one of them.
Right.
UConn did a great job of making that game ugly, and Hurley said that's the only chance we had was to make that game as ugly as possible, or else we weren't going to win. It was very Arizona that they didn't play well, but at the end of the day, Arizona just was awful. And you're right, when both teams are playing their best, that's what happened. Like, it would have been a better game, but when you get what you got on that day, I'll be blunt, Mike, Arizona should have lost by more.
I want to ask you about this, and I was talking with Brogan about this, and I almost didn't want to bring this up because it's just going to be people saying, Tommy sucks. I do have a question, though, and I don't have an answer for it, and thoughtful ideas here, people, please, because you guys are smarter than me, and I rely on you. Why did Arizona look scared or shocked or shell-shocked? Because even before the game, I mean, you and I both saw it, even before the ball was tipped, they didn't look like they were confident, Shear.
Our guy Aaron Torres said something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
When we were going to the court, remember we had that conversation with him, and I don't remember the name of the other guy.
Right.
Before the Illinois UConn game.
Right.
He said, when UConn came out, they took the court right away and they warmed up like they had been here before. Illinois, when they came out to the court for the early warm-ups, were looking around, looking at the stadium, looking at the fans and all that. And that game, UConn was the more composed, clearly the older team, right? Like, it wasn't a big deal to them that they were in the Final Four. Been there, done that. I realized Michigan hadn't been there, done that. But I do wonder if some of that carried over to the game where it was like, look, holy crap, look where we are, as opposed to Michigan was like, hey, we got a job to do. And then Michigan came out, hit Arizona in the mouth early that no one's done before this entire season like they had.
Well, no, they've been hit in the mouth before this.
Not like that, Mike. That they couldn't dribble, they couldn't do what they wanted on offense. Before, when they had been hit in the mouth, I don't remember what game it was, where they were down early. It was because they had missed some shots. This was they couldn't even dribble. Like, they couldn't pass it, they couldn't dribble, they couldn't stop them. Like, it was an ass kicking from the minute that ball was tipped.
Yeah, but there was something, man. I don't know what it was, and I would love to know what it was. Yeah, Iowa State led 14-2. I mean,
but it was different. Like, yeah. it was those were missed shots, and
I just can't get over what I saw before the game. Forget on the court. They weren't winning that game. And I think you and I said at the under 16 timeout, yeah, we're not winning this game. And that's obviously what happened there. So we will go from there. Now, Mike Luke's elote rib. Interesting. All right. Now, I've had a lot of people talk about it. This is nothing personal towards Shear or anybody else. My ADHD prevents me from watching other things, listening to other things. I'm trying to watch Narcos right now, and it's a very long, slow slog to get through it, mainly because my attention span sucks. But I'm going to say this, though, Shear. Let's talk a little bit about what you talked about on your podcast, or on your podcast, about Tommy having to pay things and this and that, and we're going to kind of go backwards from there. Yeah. I think the people deserve to know at this point.
So I got some clarification about this too from someone that we know and that we're actually,
Is this a good source or the guy that kept
yes.
giving us all garbage?
No, it's a great source.
Yeah.
And there is some clarification to this that maybe actually will take some heat off DRF a little bit. So Tommy had to pay for rooms for extended family members and all that for the Final Four. It came out of his pocket. So from what I have been told this morning, there is a university policy. It is a university policy that you only pay for rooms for immediate family members only. And there were other extended family and such that Tommy wanted to be there, including his and others, etc. They went to the university admin, and the university admin said, no, we're not making exceptions. And that is when Tommy did it. So it technically was not a Desiree decision as much as it was a U of A decision. It's a correct decision. So basically, Tommy paid out of his pocket for certain people's family members to be able to go to the Final Four.
All right. Well, that was something that didn't really bother me. Whatever.
Right. I just brought it up, but I wanted to clarify it a little bit as well. This stuff's expensive, man. Like, I get it. I'm not telling people how much we spent over the last month, but it wasn't free. It was expensive. It's the most money I've ever spent on an Arizona anything.
All right. Well, okay. So let's then talk about it where it is. Let's just talk about it because, I think people want to know. Now that everything's done, obviously, Tommy does not like DRF at all. There's I'm not breaking any news there. It just is what it is. And that to me is kind of a nothing burger, to be honest with you. I don't really care about what that was. But I'm gonna say this though, that this is a situation, and I had somebody message me this a little bit, but it's kind of along the same vein of a message that you got. That somebody who told me who works in the athletic department and said that they would talk to me a little bit after the season. And I'll call you afterwards. But basically what it said was this, and you had somebody that kind of said something very similar to you, that DRF is a smart person. She is a hardworking person. DRF, though, has very, very, very poor social adaptability skills, whatever you want to call it. And she does not care if your way is working really well. She doesn't care if it's not her way. And I thought that was an interesting way of putting at it. And I think that's where a big part of the clash came with Tommy, is that Tommy runs things and does a pretty darn good job, runs a clean program. And she didn't really care about any of that, to be honest. She wants it done her way. I just thought it was interesting that somebody messaged me that, because that was almost exactly off a message that you got last night from somebody completely different.
Yeah, I mean, she's not an idiot. I know people
at all. She's not.
She's not an idiot. I know people are like, "Oh, she's stupid." She's not stupid. The biggest issue with DRF is she's from what I've been told, she's very hard to work with, and she's very rigid in her ways. Mm-hmm. And that is why, for instance, a lot of people that she hired, she brought with her from Missouri because they knew her ways and they were able to adapt or like it or whatever it may be. There are people that like the way that she does stuff. Those are the people that know her well. If you don't know her well, and you didn't know her well when she was hired, she told me straight up. She said, I'm not easy to work for. Right? Like, I have a certain way that I like doing things. And I think that a lot of people that rub the wrong way, and you could say the right way, the wrong way, Mike, but I think that also Dave and her are such extreme opposites. Yeah. Right. In the way that they are, that it's almost, it's like when you, in football, you have an offensive mindset, years and years and years. You run the spread and everyone's used to that. And let's say you're Navy and you run the triple option and they go and they hire a passing team. People are going to be shell shocked, right? Right. I mean, this is in the workplace. It's different, obviously, but you know what I mean? Like, Dave and her are just such opposite people. Right. That I just think that there's people that were used to Dave or the previous way of life, even before Dave, and now they're used to this way of life, and it's just a different animal.
And it's different. And we can get into a couple of the things too. This has been, I'll give you a perfect example here, and something that was a total nonsense that turned into something that shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been. Tommy had a couple beers at the what was it? The Red Blue thing a couple years ago.
Yeah, Gemma Ben's upstairs.
Yeah, Gemma Ben's. We were there. Yeah, and Tommy was having fun. It is what it is. Justin, our good pal Justin Spears tweeted out a picture of him drinking a beer. He had to deal with that crap for about the next month from DRF, talking about how this isn't the kind of image that we want to convey to our fan base, that we don't want to. And Tommy's basically like, I was having a beer. It's okay. I have no problem with that. But that wasn't, and this was something that became a huge ordeal. And it's just things like that just add up and add up and add up. Like I said, it's why, a situation like where, it's 100% the image I want to portray to the fan base. I thought it was fantastic, but it's also a reason too why, she wasn't on good terms with Drinkwitz when she left Missouri. She's just a very, very difficult person to be around. And that's been the case at pretty much every stop.
Yeah. I mean, she's difficult to work with. It is what it is. And again, I think her and Tommy are opposite personalities as well.
Right.
It's just, it's hard.
Right. It's hard. And then the other thing too, that I think was it wasn't a major deal, and we don't need to get into all of the major things, but the other thing too, that I think was a massive, but probably an annoyance. And this is just me surmising here. Great kid by all accounts. Great kid. Jackson and Francois had no business being on the team. Like none. And when you go to somebody, you go to a coach and say, yeah, he's going to be on the team, and you don't basically say anything. You just go, he's going to be on the team. If you have no business being on the team. And on top of that too, that wasn't an accident when Tommy said he's not a traditional walk-on, Sheer.
No. And look, I don't mind Jackson. I don't
either.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't want people to go like attack him.
This has nothing to do with him. He's
Dan Wolken had an article where he interviewed him, and I think sometimes we forget, like, the last 2 weeks probably sucked for this kid, right? Like, you got to assume it just wasn't fun. With that being said, yeah, I mean, the kid he's not
close to walk on good. He's
not close, and there's a process to this, and Shelby said it well, like, the process was violated. Like, walk-ons are good basketball players. I don't think people realize, like, Tommy said it, and he's not BSing. Addison Arnold could 100% play D2 basketball and start and have a major role.
My guy Grant last year. Grant absolutely was a Division II basketball player and could have played at a place like NAU.
Like, people assume these kids suck because they're walk-ons. It is not true. Maybe some of them do, but a lot of these kids can play, right? Like, they just can't. But yeah, like, he's just not.
The thing that was unfortunate about that as well is you put him in an impossible situation there, because he has no business being on the team. Everybody else
trust him, right? You're not gonna complain about something about your coach to this kid because you're afraid he's gonna tell his mom whether or not he should or isn't or is. It is a very and then if you're the head coach, you're thinking to yourself, man, I got to really be careful with what I say, because he's going to go home and tell his mom. Again, whether he is or isn't, it doesn't matter, because like, it's just, you're paranoid, and rightfully so. I would, like, if I'm on a road trip with your daughter, my boss's daughter, right, or son or whatever, I'm going to be careful with everything I say.
And the thing that was relayed to me again was, imagine being told by somebody above you that, oh, by the way, my kid is going to be working or playing for you, and you know that you have absolutely no business being there.
And again, I want to just one more time, I don't blame him.
Right, at all.
If I'm offered a walk-on spot on Arizona basketball, I don't care how I got there. Sign me up, dude. Like,
right. No doubt. So there's that's kind of where it is with that. Tommy won, obviously, and I will say one last thing as well, and then we're going to get to positive stuff. When it comes to this, all of this played out the way it had to play out. If you wanted Tommy here long-term, this was going to have to happen this way. It couldn't have happened. He didn't have the leverage after the round of 32, the North Carolina stuff, whatever the case may be. This is how it had to happen. It happened. He got what he wanted. I would imagine she'll probably be out sooner than later.
I was going to say, there's a lot to play out still, right? Because eventually Tommy's going to have to sit down with someone and figure out these revenue numbers. What is that going to look like? Who is he going to sit down with?
Exactly.
Is there a path to her staying on as AD? Me personally, I don't see it. Arizona's basketball is the king here. Is there a path where can you have this relationship work or whatever? Like, there's still process to be had here. And there's still results that are going to be had. And then if she does go, how do you hire the AD? Does Tommy have a say in that? Does Brent have a say in that? Like, that's going to be the next step. What does that look like?
The way the same person kind of described it to me was that if you run a very, very, let's say you run a successful business, a medium range business, whatever business you run, and you are the boss and you basically have a general manager that oversees the day-to-day operations. And far and away, your most valuable employee cannot deal with the general manager. And so you have that you have that employee report directly to you. That's a temporary solution because no owner, no president, anything wants to deal on the day-to-day basis with somebody like that. And if they've decided that they're going to side with the person that brings in the money, I just don't see how that's sustainable, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree. Again, though, there's so much process remaining. Like, what does the next AD look like? What happens if Tommy, and I know we talked about this, but what happens if Tommy loves the AD, but the football coaches don't? It's a process. It's a process. I know people are asking on the side, this won't happen again. And the reason it won't happen again is because I don't think any other school can afford it. I know people are saying, could Kansas do this? Kansas would have to pay Tommy's buyout plus remaining plus, I mean, you're talking $40 million just to get in the door.
Right.
I just don't think Kansas would do it. And I think what we saw this year,
Jesse, very funny.
What we saw this year was Tommy saying, similar to Mark Few at Gonzaga, I will stay here the rest of my life, but this is what it has to look like moving forward.
Yep. I would agree with that. I believe I believe Tommy will be here the rest of it. And that's a good thing for Arizona. Now let's talk a little bit about that as well. By the way, I can say this with good authority that if there is a buyout to be, well, no, I thought you were talking about a different person's buyout. Never mind. Okay, let's get to some reads here, and then let's start doing some portal talk. Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine? I would be such a good AD. I would be really, really good. All right, but guess what? I wouldn't be as good an AD as the Alchemy people would be because they are smarter than me. They are, and again, they got to this position by being smart and being people for the people, by the people. Insurance and financial solutions for Wildcat Nation. Alchemy, official sponsor of Arizona Athletics, insuranceeverything.com. And again, Josh Curtis, all of that stuff. I will put it to you like this. Arizona is very, very lucky to be able to have them in here. They're great contributors to what Arizona's doing. And on top of that, we live in the era right now where you have to pay money for stuff. You have to pay money for players, all of that. And they do, they're a huge, huge part of what they're doing right here. A great, great fit for the University of Arizona. Alchemy, check it out.
Yes.
All right, Casino del Sol, baby. Back the soul. All right, now Casino del Sol. Now, I do need to ask something about this right now. Let's see here. Dennis Walsh is very curious about this brick wall. What is the deal with this brick? He doesn't understand the brick wall, but you want to know what I think it is? I think it's people that are so happy from the amount of earnings, the amount of golf that they are punching in joy. And they're saying to themselves, I can't wait to get back into the sports book there. See Dennis Walsh and his lovely lady. Sure.
I think that's the wall of unhappiness. And Casino del Sol's breaking through it so you could be happy and giving you a path to joy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. And Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson. The hole in the wall might actually be for the front pipe. I hadn't even thought about that. Have you thought
My
about
front pipe may have caused that hole.
Well, dude, I mean, yeah, seriously. I mean, Shelby, it's a good thing Shelby's not around right now. He might be having a third kid on the way. Check it out. Casino del Sol. Can you still have kids?
Oh, yeah. I refuse to do that.
Hey, would you name your next kid, if I gave you two names, would you name your kid Michael or Hyman?
My grandfather's name was Hyman.
Yeah. That's why I asked. Well, that's
yeah, front pipe probably.
Front pipe, yeah. Back the pipe, Mr. Pipe. Okay, now Casino del Sol, check it out. All right, Aris Dental, one more time. We got to talk about Lan Allen for a second here. Lan Allen runs a great dentistry. ArisDental, TucsonTeeth.com. We all know.
Yes.
My problem with Lan Allen, though. Lan Allen saw that I was meeting with Dennis Walsh and the great Harry Lex, and he said to me, or he said on Twitter, "Where's my invite?" Lan Allen, you spent the last year plus leading us on a wild goose chase to find Rebecca. She is not going to, we are not going to fall for this. We will still invite you next time, but I'm going to tell you this, that we are not appreciative of this, but we are appreciative of the championship package. Also, real quick, I got to give Wilbur's Big Burner and that little posse of Gen Zers credit. They said the really good thing about Arizona losing and the manner it did to Michigan, the championship package stays at 1997.
I was upset until I saw Wilbur tweet that, and I was like, you know what? He's got a really good point.
Yeah. Wilbur gets
a really good point.
Wilbur gets it. So again, check it out. Ayers Dental. And my mom loves Land the Man with Master Plan. And if my mom loves you, that means you're a very good person. Plus, it sounds like Dallas is a friend as well. So Dallas likes Land the Man.
Yeah, Janet's a hard nut to crack.
Yep. Yeah. Get in line there, man. Okay. Now let's talk Portal Talk, baby. We have Rage. We have Rage in here as well. Rage giving out all of the bad information that he generally does. All right. So let's talk Jackson Shellstad first. The first thing with Jackson Shellstad is I keep getting people and correct me if I'm wrong. They're like, I keep getting people that are saying, oh, well, Shellstad stinks. It's just that Tommy saw him in one game and he was really good. Didn't Tommy coach him in Team USA?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I understand Shellstad's not a great defender. Mm-hmm. I think you could get away with that if you put him next to an elite defender like Caleb Holt.
Right.
I think Shellstad's awesome. I think people remember Shellstad from last year, which is when he was hurt. Mm-hmm. Shellstad the year before, when he was healthy, which is what you're going for, was freaking awesome. I mean, he was like the Jackson Shellstad that ate Arizona alive in that game. Mm-hmm. Like he shot 38% from three. He was one of the better offensive players in the country. Played a ton of minutes.
Oh, come on. He wasn't one of the better offensive players in the country. Averaged 12 points a game.
Conference, I meant. Conference. What? In his what year? In his 2025 year?
That was 2025 was this past year.
No, the year before.
Yeah, he averaged like 12 points a game. Come on.
We did it.
What do you average?
14 points a game on 45% shooting.
All right. Like I said, I'm fine with Jackson Shellstad.
Yeah, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He had a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio, 45%, 38% from 3, 84% from the line.
I would say
Jaden Bradley in that game.
I would say this. The one thing that I don't really get about U of A fans, though, and this is something that's come around, they're like, he's too short for me. He's 6 foot.
So Ken Baum has a thing where it statistically compares players. Mm-hmm. It's actually pretty cool. So in 2025, his comparison would have been Frank Mason and RJ Davis. Wow. Similar numbers to those two. I'll take that any day of the week, dude.
For sure. I would absolutely take that.
I like Shellstad. Is he as good as Isaiah Johnson? No. Is he as good as Zoom? You could probably have that conversation, I think. Is he one of the best point guards in the portal? Absolutely. If
you give me now, I'm gonna have to slap the first sister around. The eldest sister. Mike's so bitter they don't want Isaiah Johnson. Isaiah Johnson is probably out of Arizona's price range.
By the way, is he going to be okay? Should we tell him the new rumor?
What's that?
The rumor is Elijah's transferring.
Yep. And
Arizona's going to want no part of it, by the way.
I'll let you. Yeah, here we go. This is for the eldest sister.
His daughter already transferred. Gil's daughter transferred from K-State. And the rumor is Elijah's going to transfer as well.
Interesting.
Arizona will not recruit him.
I'm also going to be very curious as to the market for Elijah, because I don't think it's going to be what the sisters would probably think it's going to be.
I don't either. The money and then the usage rate that he's going to want.
I think he's going to end up at a place like Kansas State.
I could see that. Well, not his daughter just transferred from Kansas State, but I get what you're saying.
You know, a place like that.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. He's not going to go and be like the starting point guard for Michigan.
Right. So that's it is funny. That was an all-time sisters L right there.
Yeah. I just hope Braden Burries can,
Maybe he goes to ASU. ASU last year would have made sense, not under Randy Bennett.
Yeah, ASU's rumored for a few guys that aren't bad, but.
Right. Okay. All right. So there we go. Now, the next one then, Zoom Diallo. I like Zoom. I like Zoom a lot. Shearer's never really liked Zoom. I think Shearer's coming around on Zoom. Zoom is awesome.
I'm not in love with Zoom, but I'm not stupid enough to be like, Arizona got Zoom Diallo. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fine with them. And again, like, if you tell me that you think he's as good as Shellstat or similar, I'm cool with that.
Could make a case he's better than Shellstat.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I like Zoom. Here's where I'm at with this. He's a
better passer than Shellstat for sure.
For sure. He's bigger. He can do more. And the thing about it,
at all whatsoever.
Yeah, no, you're wrong about that. He went from 18 to 32. He'll be at 36
or
36.
My bad. He was a 31% 3-point.
Yeah, 18 the previous year. He'll be at 38 or be at 36, 37 the following year.
You think he's going to be at 37?
He could be absolutely be. The shot's not broken. I'll bet you whatever you want. He shoots at least 36% from 3 next year.
Oh, absolutely. I'll take that.
Okay, well there you go. We got a deal there.
Career 27% shooter, and he's
again. So he goes from 18 to 31, and you don't think he can push that up 5?
No, I don't think he's 30. No, I don't. Do you know what 37% from 3 is?
30, dude. He could easily do that. He could easily do that.
You know what 37% from 3 is?
Yes, I'm well aware of what it is. He can easily do that.
You think he'll become one of the better 3-point shooters in all college?
He can absolutely become a 37.
Isaiah Johnson was 37% this past year.
Okay, Isaiah Johnson again, and I expect him to be better than that eventually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Either way, I like Zoom a lot. Sheer never liked Zoom, so we shall see. We shall see. Now, the third point guard in this troika, right? Isaiah Johnson. This is the one that I would prefer over everybody. At the same time, though, when it comes to Isaiah Johnson, there is, I believe that he is going to get a ridiculous amount of money from somebody. You look at some of the schools in play right now, he's going to get paid. He going to get his sheet.
Yeah, I assume he gets paid. I mean, I don't know. It's so early. I don't know where he's going to go or anything like that. But I got to assume that wherever he goes, it ain't going to be for free. You know what I mean?
No, I get, well, I don't think anybody's going to be for free. Sheet.
The numbers being bandied about right now are stupid. Just stupid. Yeah, like look at figure it out. Like Zoom, Zoom has a Zoom.
I think Zoom's coming here. We're just talking about it.
Zoom has a Zoom
right.
with like Kentucky. Like these dudes are going to get paid. That's the thing. Like let's go back to Shellstad, Mike. This is an interesting conversation.
Let's talk about for sure.
Because he's either going to go to Louisville. He's visiting Louisville on Friday, and then he's flying to Tucson on Tuesday, and then he's going to decide. I don't think he goes anywhere but those two. Louisville's going to offer him more money. I guarantee it. He is more comfortable and knows the Arizona coaching staff previously.
Right.
Louisville, from what I understand, is just throwing money around. They want multiple point guards, Mike. So the question is, Jackson Selside is going to be a perfect example. Is he going to go where he's getting paid the most? Or is he going to go where he's still getting paid, but the comfort level is higher? That's what we're going to find out.
I think he ends up at Arizona.
I do too. But if you go to Louisville and they're like, "Hey, dude, here's $4 million," and Arizona's like, "Here's $1.5 million."
Yeah, I get it. You know, it is what it is.
There's going to be people around him, like the agent. Obviously, you're going to be like, "Dude, you got to take that $4 million and then miss the NCAA tournament. You got to do that."
All right, now let's see here. Joseph, the eldest sister, Mike, why is everyone following for Bam Bam's victim sob story? Sure, he was young, but I don't think Arizona fans are falling for it. I think some of the national people.
I don't want to give him much speaking time here.
Yeah, but let's do it, though.
But we know plenty of people that were at the game. Cheryl, for instance, salt of the earth, Cheryl.
Yes.
I was on the court.
Bunch of different.
I was on the court. First of all, you can barely hear.
Suites.
First of all, Mike, you can barely hear anything on the court. What people in the stands were saying, it's not that close.
Right.
Second of all, bull.
Yeah.
Bull. Third of all, the mom went on Twitter and said, "My son got threatened and all this." You didn't hear about it during the regular season. You only heard about it when Illinois lost. The first reply is, "That is awful. Can you send us a screenshot so we could get these people?" And she magically disappeared.
Nothing. Here's my biggest problem with Kylan, and this will always be my problem with Kylan. Kylan takes no real responsibility for anything he does.
Illinois didn't help him at all. This dude didn't mature at all.
He didn't mature at all. And the other thing, too, that you look at it, he is carrying extra weight. He does not look, that does not look like an in-shape hooper. All I'm going to say is this. Is that Arizona fans didn't buy it. And what I hate as well is him throwing Arizona under the bus, pretending he's taking the high road. Well, I needed to be in a place that gave me more discipline. No, dude, you needed to be in a place where you weren't going to be an idiot. And
sometimes you got to look in the damn mirror and realize you're the issue.
Right, exactly. And also, they literally brought his father out to try to help him out. And if anything, it got worse. So,
By the way, Isaiah Johnson's initial school list: Arkansas, Texas, and Kansas. If you want to know what kind of money you're dealing with,
right? Yeah. Okay.
Rage. Yeah, I just grow up, man. Like, just eventually you gotta like stop. It's like I tell Aurora, like stop trying to make people feel
everybody else's fault.
Yeah, stop trying to make people feel bad for you. Just get it done. Go grow up somewhere.
And of course, it's David Kelly of all people who's trying to egg it on. Hey, how do you think about this, Kylan? And it is what it is. Everybody else was fine here at Arizona except Kylan Boswell. That's a you problem. And yeah, the dude's lame. It's the best way I can put it. Wish him nothing but the best, but that was crappy. Okay, now let's talk about some more players then. Okay, Atwell. Tell me about Robert Atwell.
Who's that?
Or who is the guy from Wisconsin, Altwell, or whatever his name is?
John Blackwell.
John Blackwell.
Who's Robert? He combined 14 different portal players.
I knew there was a well in there. All's well.
I think he's probably the most expensive guy in the portal right now, which is shocking when I've heard from multiple people that Arizona, I don't know if there's a connection or what, but Arizona is going to make a run here. Now, I don't know if the sell is you're going to be a 6'4" point guard. Or if Caleb Holt's going to be a point guard, because it doesn't make any sense unless they're putting Blackwell like at the 3, but Yvonne's it doesn't make a lot of sense from a roster standpoint. And I don't think it's going to happen because I think the price tag is going to be stupid. But man, John Blackwell's good. I mean, this dude averaged 20 points a game last year, 39% from. I mean, he is awesome.
DK.
I just don't know how it works.
I would say DK because while BJP trolls the fan base, there's actually people in the media that like BJP. I don't know that that's the case.
BJP does it on purpose. I'm not sure David Kelly is aware of how stupid he is.
No.
You think he is?
No chance. Yeah, I don't believe that at all. He rebounds like Burries. Very, very good. By the way, seeing Prim in person, talk about a tall drink of spaghetti. Or not a tall drink of water. A long
noodle,
a long strand of spaghetti, Prim.
Drink spaghetti.
A long strand of spaghetti. Now I don't know whatever it is, but either way,
we'll reassess this in a few minutes.
Prim is very tall, though. He's very, very tall. He's
especially next to us with how tall we are.
Yeah. I mean, there's very few people that I look at and I'm like, man, I'm taller than you, and Prim was that you're taller than me, and Prim was one of those people.
It's crazy.
So I got to give him some credit on that one. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about some of the big man options here and everything that goes into it. But first, let's get some reads in here. Back the reads.
Back to reads.
Tyler Warden is very tall. Tyler Warden can also drink like a fish.
Tyler Warden, he was very thirsty.
Yeah. Tyler Warden was thirsty, dehydrating himself.
Yeah, he had a drink. He drank only because he was thirsty.
All right, now RJ's Frozen Cactus, red hot sports and ice cold beer, baby. All right, I just had lunch with 2 pilots, and we have confirmed that they were both right. I guess technically you can reverse a jet, but you don't want to, or something like that. I wasn't really paying attention. But it's something like that. Either way, that fits in well for the RJ's Frozen Cactus parking lot, though. 100 craft beers plus $2 deals, pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. No bad seats in the house. Huge parking lot you could park a jet in. That is how big RJ's Frozen Cactus was, or how big it is. Again, start yourself, get good beer, get good drink, get everything in there, Sheer. I was going to say, you can vouch for all of this. This is true.
Yeah, a lot of starch. I drink a beer there. I watched the UFC fight there. I had wings there. I like it.
Okay, check it out, RJ's Frozen Cactus. I love Rage. Rage, who doesn't pay anything, says we're not going to be good if we don't pay for it. Yeah,
dude, I can't. I'm so excited for our bet. Double or nothing for Rage. Very excited.
Oh, Rage, yeah. Rage definitely doesn't pay his bets. How much money do you think Rage owes people throughout the world? I'll bet you Rage owes it. I'll bet you Rage owes people hundreds of thousands of dollars that he can't play.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's approaching that for us.
Yeah. There's that is. All right. Now, speaking of which, though, the front pipe, Sheer, talk to me. How's it working?
It's working great. Came home, got a checkup. It's flowing great ever since I've been home.
Right.
Got plugged up a little bit in Indianapolis, but we were able to get it going again.
Yeah, and it was great too. I was talking with Danny Foster in person and talking about, the front pipe and about how everything could actually end up working. And he's like, "We're always going to be here for you." That's what Foster.
We were at Tom's Watch Bar, and I asked him, I said, "Hey, if you have a minute, Danny, can you check my front pipe right here in the middle of the restaurant?" And he told me to ask again later, but I never got around to it.
Yeah, I sure got nervous at that point.
I think you would have, though. I really do.
I do, but that's how good of people they are, though. Residential and commercial, licensed, bonded, and insured. 24/7 service. 10% off when you mention the AZ12 podcast. Call 520-603-3817. Foster Plumbing. Check it out. All right, Royal is going to UConn.
Yeah, Royal's good.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah.
You know who that is, Mike?
What's that? Yeah, the guy from Indiana, right?
Ohio State, Devin Royal.
They'll
be good again next year.
Same school.
By the way, we need to stop. I just want to tell everyone, don't even read these too early lists. It's never been more pointless with the portal than it is now.
Stupid.
They're just dumb.
Okay, Kobe Alfield, you do deserve credit. You were a monster there, Kobe Alfield. 88 crime, 882-7463. We've talked about it. Rich Carrillo, we all know what he's up to. We all know that he's going in there and he's stealing, makeup and all these women's products. If you see it in person, give 88 crime a call, 882-7463. It's anonymous. Pima County Attorney's Office, 88crime.org. Again, you see something going on there that shouldn't be going on, check it out. Boom. Yes. Man, hey, you notice Rage stopped saying anything after we said he never pays his bets and then he probably owes people hundreds.
Well, yeah, because we're right.
Yeah, he's like, man, I got to get out of here, man. I got to duck out. I got to duck for cover. All right. Now, the portal is very, very Kobe, you were annihilated drunk, Kobe. We saw it. Everybody saw it with your own eyes. Kobe puked easily 4 times behind the bar counter.
It's disgusting, dude. One of the reasons he was there for so short is because we told him to leave. He was embarrassing us.
You want to know what the other thing Kobe Alfield did? I actually saw this. There was a nice looking lady next to him. Kobe Alfield threw up into his beer mug, handed it to her, and said, "This one's on the house."
Yeah, it was
awful.
Mike, we don't get embarrassed. I think we've made that clear on this show. We couldn't even look at Kobe. Remember when he took his front pipe out?
Yeah. And this was after he had already handed the mug filled with vomit and said,
he went around Tom's Watch Bar and he said, quote, "Someone fix my front pipe. Fix my front pipe."
Yes, otherwise I will give you more vomit. Yeah, it was disgusting. It was awful. So, yes, I did go to ATL on this trip. He did. ATL Kobe L. Okay, now, Dwayne Aristode. Here's where I'm at with Dwayne. I think there's a 20% chance he comes back.
Yeah.
Arizona
usually has a way it rolls stuff out. Keep that in mind. Remember, like last year, like if there's a method to it, but Aristode. So like towards the end, and I said this on the Wildcat Scoop podcast.
Where can I find
that? Wildcat Scoop. He gave quotes this past week that basically would insinuate that he doesn't think he was given the proper opportunity this season. And instead of being mad about the injury and stuff and himself and maybe not playing as well, the vibe it kind of gave off was he was more angry at Arizona.
Yeah. By the way, real quick, this is very funny. Kobe L. I'm flying back now. Stupid Delta offered me $80 to switch flights and come back 2 hours early. Then they delayed my flight.
Kobe did an amateur move. He did the non-refundable flights. So he's coming back today. Mike, we dominated.
Dude, we were home.
You don't know how to book planes, but I dominated that for us.
You really did. I had no clue what to do. All I said is, "Sheer, get me booked on this flight."
Mike, give me a confirmation number, and I'll take care of the rest. Then we get to the airport, and they go, "Oh my God, this is true. Are you Mike and Jason?" We said, "Yes." They go, "Let us put you on the earlier flight and give you your own row each." We said,
right.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's a true story.
Yep. That's what we do. That's how we roll. So I'm not closing the door on Aristode yet, though. I don't think that the door is probably.
No, you never know. They could say, "Hey, look, man, why don't you wait a bit? If Yvonne goes pro or whatever, you could, and even if he doesn't, hey,
right, yeah,
you're gonna play next year more. We don't have a choice. Boom, boom, boom."
Yeah, listen to this. Tyler Warden says, "I ordered a quad." The amount of people that wanted to take pictures with us is insane.
What was that beard Tyler Warden had with like the 2 handles? Like,
yeah, that was insane.
What was that, Tyler? Because we were drinking pints, and then Tyler comes out with like a 64-ounce jug.
Right. Yeah, that was interesting. I do not know, but either way, that was.
Want to know something funny, Len Altieri, asking if the Mary's players are going to portaling. I don't know if you saw Randy Bennett's presser after the game. Dude, he just said 60-ounce Coors Light. I was right.
Holy, it's just a 60-ounce?
Yeah, why not 64? I guess that presser he had after they lost in the tournament rubbed a lot of players the wrong way. They're not following him.
What did he say exactly?
Basically, they all suck.
Ha!
Seriously, they're not. That's why that one guy, Dent, their point guard, is staying. Yeah, the rumor is like none of them are following him.
All right. Well, that's going to be an interesting one to follow from afar. All right. Fun fact, Indy, you can carry open containers downtown, so definitely was carrying beer all over. I like how it's outlawed. I like how weed is outlawed there, but you can drink freely in the streets.
You and that cop were very
that cop wanted to hang out with me and be my best.
He wanted you bad.
Yeah, and I was like, can't do it. Not on my watch. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Okay, now let's talk about some of the power forward positions. I like Bryson Stiller. That is who I want. I am more than okay with it. I think under Tommy, he would be really, really good. Shearer thinks he sucks.
I don't know what he does well.
He's he's 6'10". He moves.
So is Brody.
What's that?
So is Brody. So is Brian Jeffries' kid. I don't want him on Arizona.
He moves really well. He can block shots. He can shoot. He can do a lot of different things. He's good. He would be 13-7 next year.
I'm just not. Bill self-benched him at the end of the year.
He'd be 13-7 next year.
He benched him. He
got benched. Freshman, he averaged 9 and 6.
He is a big man who shoots 50% from the field, which isn't very good. He shoots threes, which is cool until you realize that he shot 25% from three.
Yeah.
He does block shots. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
Just not a big fan of them.
Rebounds better than Koa.
No, he doesn't.
What does he rebound?
Not better than Koa.
How many rebounds did he get per game?
Oh, God, you're a per game guy. I forgot. 6.
Okay, and how many minutes per game?
6-11.
How many minutes per game?
I don't know. How many minutes per game? 26.
26. Did he play 26 minutes per game?
Yep.
Damn. All right, I still like him though. I think he's awesome.
I just don't. Doesn't do much for me. Can't defend.
You would. He can't defend.
He can't defend. He's not. He blocks shots, but he can't defend.
How do you?
Mike, here's the deal. You watched him in one game against Arizona when he had the 18 points. Okay. Here was his month of February. You ready? After that game, 8, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 6, 0.
Okay.
Those were his point totals.
Under Tommy, he'd be really good. I'm saying it. I know what I'm watching. He would be. You'd rather have Paulius, right?
I don't really want either, but I'd absolutely rather take Paulius than Tiller. I don't want either. I don't think either.
So who do you want? Who do you want?
I don't know. I don't know who's in the portal. You want me to look in the portal of guys that are in the portal, realistic or not realistic?
Yep. Let's do it.
All right, hold on. Let me go to 247sports.
Right.
.com. Transfer portal. By position, basketball transfers. Power forward, just straight power forward. Okay. I'd rather have Sherelle than both of them. You would too. Yes, you would.
Hey, link me what you're looking at.
Alabama, Aiden Sherelle. You'd rather have both of them.
By the way, let's see. Aiden.
You would absolutely rather have Aiden Sherelle.
All right. Let's see here. He's from
Alabama. The only good big man on Alabama.
Let's see here. So Aiden Sherelle. All right. As a sophomore, interesting. He averaged 11 and 6 as opposed to a freshman that averaged 9 and 6. Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather have him.
Interesting.
Shoots threes at 34%, averages 6 boards, shoots 54% from the field. Yeah. Give me him all day of the week.
I'm fine with him. I'll be all right with him.
I'd rather have Donnie Freeman.
Donnie Freeman.
That's an easy take. They can't get him, but that's an easy take.
Oh yeah. They're not going to get him though. But I would be totally, I would be totally fine with this guy.
Here's another name. I'm curious how you feel about him. You ready? JP Estrella. How do you feel about him?
I don't love the last name, but let me look.
He's white, so I know you're not big on him.
No. Don't want him.
He's white. Because he's white.
He was a sophomore that averaged 10 and 5. Good. No, thanks. This was his third year in college, and he averaged
eighth best offensive rebounder in the country.
Yeah, no, not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing
it. Offensive rebounder in the country. Keanu Dawes, I'd probably rather have him than Tiller.
Keanu Dawes. Let's see what we got here. Keanu Dawes. Man, I just put in Jelani Jaws. That's a great name, Jelani Jaws. Keanu Dawes. Let's see here.
I'd rather have the dude on New Mexico.
Nah, I'd rather have Tiller than this guy.
The guy in New Mexico, Tomislav Bujan. I'd rather have him.
Tomislav Bujan.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Boo. How do you spell Bujan?
It's like Boljan or whatever. Buljan or something.
Is he Tomislav. Am I looking at Cold Soup right now?
Yeah, but he's good. The dude was awesome last year.
13 and 10. I'm
Fifth
fine.
best offensive rebounder and 15th best defensive rebounder in the country.
Mid-major, though. Mid-major.
He's going to get a lot of money. Arizona probably can't get him. He's a stud.
Yeah, mid-major, though. I don't love that. So, all right. So we'll see. Shearer is very much on the. I'm not
a big. What about Bangkok Doc?
I like that guy a lot. That guy's really, really good.
Would you take him?
Bangkok
Doc? The dude on Colorado, the 7-footer on Colorado. What about the big fat guy on Tennessee? Would you take him?
The big, is he fat? Because in the picture I
got another one. I would absolutely take over Tiller.
Who?
The big the power forward, the super athletic power forward on Utah State. He entered the portal. He's probably going to go to Cincinnati, but I would take him in a heartbeat. The guy, the Adlon Elamine.
I like him. I'm not.
He'd kill under Tommy.
I'll take this kid over. I'll take his.
God, dude, I just killed you on that one.
No, you didn't. I'm going to take this one.
You don't even know who any of these guys are.
Dylan Shaw from St.
You literally couldn't name. You had to Google every guy I just listed.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't care. I go by what I see. Yeah. By the way, was it the El Amin guy that somebody on the board said was an AJ DeBanza 2.0?
That's great. Someone on Twitter said he's a poor man. I said he's a homeless AJ DeBanza.
I was gonna say like he's a
crack feed AJ
homeless and blind AJ DeBanza. Well,
I love everyone, but you could always tell when someone has no idea what they're watching when they go, "No, man, that guy's gonna kill us. He's like a poor man's AJ." You know, it's like, what?
No, it's yeah.
Did you against Arizona in that game?
He didn't.
Points.
Yaxel was a mid-major. That is a Yaxel is definitely an exception.
Yeah, there's exceptions to everything.
Right. So, all right. Fentanyl.
When Yaxel was a mid-major, he averaged 17 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals a game.
Yeah.
So you're willing to take that chance.
It's very, very good. Yes. Luke isn't good at talent evals. I was the only one that said Jaden Bradley was better than Kylan Boswell. Boom. Suck it. And I also said that Noah Fafita should have started from day one. Boom, take it. Oh, Joseph Delgado. Dennis, they loved mid-wagers when it came to Trace 2020. That was every now and then the sisters get something right. I am more circumspect now because of that. Not that you have anything to do with this, Delgado.
Is Kobe circumspect?
Well, I don't know about either one. Yeah. That I don't know. Jefferson at ISU was a mid-major. That's true. I mean, there are good mid-majors, but man, it's
no. Here, Mike, I got this. They're missing what you're putting down. Mike doesn't like white mid-majors or international. He hates all international players. Thank you.
I don't think that's fair.
It is very fair. You do not like international players at all.
I've always said, watch your mouth. I have always said that there is a difference between a domestic white player and an international.
Okay, that's fine. You do not like international players at all.
No, that's not true. I think they're
once in a while, an international player forces you to like them, but you would not recruit international players.
They're much more likely to hit than domestic white players. They are. I've said that many times. This is great. Tommy stays, but we're broke. That's stupid. Arizona's not broke, Rage. That has nothing to do with NIL.
Maybe Arizona would have more money if people like you paid what they said they would.
I was gonna say, Rage. Maybe if you took those 25 TVs and maybe paid off your debts, I don't know. Maybe okay. Kwame Evans. I don't want Kwame Evans. I know he put up good numbers at Oregon. I don't want him.
He did put up good numbers at Oregon.
Yeah, every time I watched Kwame Evans, I thought he was soft.
He's visiting Villanova this weekend. That's actually a good fit. He should go there and put up fake numbers like Duke Brennan did.
Not well, fake. Watch your mouth. Duke Brennan, my friend. Duke Brennan, who literally went out there. Duke Brennan, who literally.
Look how flustered you are right now. You're very upset.
Yeah, no. Duke Brennan, who literally went out there and basically saved this country.
Not just Villanova, the whole country.
Yes, Kerr coming back. Kerr Kriisa?
Steve Kerr?
No, Kerr Kriisa doesn't have any more eligibility.
Just in my heart.
I mean, maybe. Okay.
By the way, this thing isn't going to be decided anytime soon. This transfer portal.
Yeah. So we will. It's definitely fluid. We will. They cannot whiff it. I would agree with you. KJ. They can't whiff at the power forward. They
need two starters, point guard and power forward. That's what they need.
Yeah, I like the Bynum kid. I like the Bynum kid from Ohio State. I told Sheer early on I would tamper with that kid. The Bynum kid, his name's like Andre Bynum or something like that. I would absolutely have tampered with that kid.
I don't think it's Andre Bynum.
It's Andre Bynum. I'm almost sure.
Amare Bynum?
What's that?
You're from Nebraska?
Yeah,
Amare Bynum.
Yeah. I would take that.
What do you like about him?
What's that?
What do you like about him?
235, and he was a top 40 recruit. I'll take him.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And he's a good athlete. Take that. Boom. Yes. All right. Now, remember when we thought, oh, yeah, that's really when you know that somebody doesn't know about U of A when we were talking about Crease. Yeah, that was very, very good. Will Bynum's son. No chance that's Will Bynum's son. He's like a foot bigger than Will Bynum. Yeah, she. All right. So that's where we're at. Paulius. Now let's talk about some of the returning players on the team, where all of this stands. We're going to get to a little bit of football. I'm going to make fun of somebody as well. A lot of different stuff that, okay, but let's get to it. Rage. They don't have a $35 million NIL, dude. They can't just
go. Can we just ignore Rage? Rage is extra dumb today.
Yes. All right. Now, speaking of things that we can unite around. Wait a second. Is the foreigner from Wisconsin actually
Not yet. People are trying to look into his Instagram, but he's not actually.
Interesting. All right. Well, I would take him. Okay. So now use code AZ12. We were at Baggins earlier today, and one thing that is very, very funny is a lot of people were saying during the or when we were hanging or on the tweet, they're saying, "Wait a second, who took this picture? Was it Kai? It wasn't. We had to get somebody else to do it. 12 Arizona locations, locally owned and operated. Join our VIP text club. Text Baggins to 877-797-0444 for specials and deals like BOGO Friday. Free delivery with code FREE RIDE. Check it out. Every sandwich comes with a chocolate chip cookie. Check it out. Jesse Britches. Rage is used to promising money he can't pay. That's why he wouldn't be a good AD. All right, yeah, Copal. I was just there earlier today. Copal, mention Mike Luke for a free elote rib. Sheer, Mike Luke, elote rib. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of people were sad walking out of the stadium after Arizona's loss, and you went around, you started offering people your elote ribs, and the frowns turned upside down. And it was really great to see the power of your elote rib.
The elote rib, it is just something. It is mouth-watering, and it's something that once it enters the mouth, it's not going to retreat. Check it out. Book your next large party or corporate event with Copal. Large party packages available. We also cater any event. Check it out. Boom. Sure. Andre Veras, talk to me.
I saw him today.
How much did he try to do?
It was all about it was under false pretenses, and he tried to get me to endorse him. I said no, I won't do it. But I will say this: if I do need to learn how my 401 IRA and investments work, I will call him. I will call him at 520-325-3456.
but that's not an endorsement.
No. We're not going to go that far.
We are holding the line here, and everybody hit the like button. Also, we like Andre Veras. We will never endorse Andre Veras, so we've been very, very clear about this here.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about players on the team. But first, I want to make fun of somebody for a minute here. So this, all right, Cody, you can get that off the screen. Thanks. All right, so this Drake Toll guy who he keeps going after me and Sheer. He had a video today dedicated to us, and it 8 hours in has 133 views. I've never seen somebody that has no real following, so he's got to go and drum up support, drum up stuff from a fake or from fan bases that he's not even part of, like BYU. But this was really funny, though, Sheer. This video he put out about us, and it has 133 views. That made me laugh. If you're going balls to the wall for something like that, you at least want people to watch it outside of us and Rich Carrillo.
Yeah, he's a douchebag, to put it lightly. I don't want to give him the rub, as I call it. He's trying to use us for clicks and popularity and all that.
Yep. It's one of these guys when you have like 29 like part-time jobs and you're trying to make it out like you're actually important, and then you put a video like that out and nobody sees it. It was very, very funny. Drake, you suck. Okay, now let's see here. Sorry, I was one of those views. That's fine, man. He needs all the views he can get. Okay, now let's see here. Is Andre in the portal to get endorsements? Interesting. I don't know, but he's going to have to go. He's going to have to portal somewhere else because we're not going to do that. Also, real quick, I was off yesterday. Oh, yes, that is that guy. I wanted to make fun of North Carolina fan is an interesting fan for me that I will be honest, I have never come across a fan base like this before. So just to rehash, here, this fan base, North Carolina, they basically try to smack Arizona, say, we're stealing your coach, we're doing this, we're doing that. And then when it doesn't happen and you come back and you make fun of them, all they go is rent free, rent free, rent free. So I'm going to start a fight. I'm going to get the crap kicked out of me. And then when you're doing it, rent free, rent free. Those fans are awful, man.
Yeah, I learned a lot about their fans.
Right.
They're first of all, they're one of the most illogical fan bases I've ever come across.
Right.
The people saying that Mike Malone was the top target all along are literal morons. It's one of the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Right.
Idiotic. Stupid idiots.
It's insane. So you ended up with Mike Malone. Okay.
And then you paid Mike Malone absurd money. Yeah. He's the second highest paid coach in the entire nation. And look, he could coach. I think we're not going to pretend like he can't coach, right? Clearly, he can coach. With that being said, this is a different animal. Mm-hmm. Like we've seen NBA coaches fail. These type of NBA guys aren't doing great in the NBA in college basketball right now.
What guys aren't doing great?
And MNBA guys like Alex Jensen at Utah. That's one of former MNBA guys aren't it's a different animal.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the thing about remember when you kept thinking that Sean Miller was going to become an NBA coach?
He should have. You think Tommy could coach in the NBA?
More so than Sean, yes.
That's not what I asked. Do you think Tommy could coach in the NBA? Yeah. I do. I do because you can't get away with the screaming maniac. That's why I always wondered. I think Hurley's a great coach.
Screaming maniac.
I didn't see Sean to be good in the NBA. When I look at Hurley, for instance, do you think he could coach in the NBA effectively?
Danny Hurley, I think it would be very difficult. I think from an X's and O's strategic perspective, he'd be amazing. I think it would be very difficult, though.
The motivation through fear thing doesn't work in the NBA.
Right. Yeah, that would. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that. That would be difficult. Bobby Hurley on the other side, though. Quinn Snyder doing a solid job. Quinn Snyder, all right, fair enough. Okay.
In the NBA, he's not in college.
Yeah, but he was a college coach though that went off to the NBA.
That's not what I'm saying.
I get it. That's fair though. We shall see. What's his name? The Kevin Young, not bad.
Is he? What did he do? He hasn't done anything.
Got to the Sweet 16.
It's one of the most expensive rosters in college basketball.
Yeah, but that team, man, they had 2 players at the end.
Typical win for me. It's disgusting how much I win. You ever get tired of it?
Man, that's the thing, man. When it's somebody like you, it's just hard to, it's just hard to get. Hubert could coach in the MNBA. Hubert Davis. Yes. That'd be very funny.
It's hard, Mike.
Oh, we got it. Jesse Bridges just hit the ball out of the park. We have not thought about this. Nobody brought this up. Kevin O'Neal. Kevin O'Neill coached in the MNBA, and then he came back to college, and he got 2 different programs to the MNCAA tournament. Kevin O'Neill is your
former. All right, Michael Malone, Larry Brown. Larry Brown was sucked in college.
No, he didn't. He won a national
He
championship.
sucked.
Okay.
Piece of crap.
Yeah. But again,
what former NBA coaches?
Again, Kevin O'Neill went from the MNBA to college basketball, and he did it.
You're right. You're right.
He is the answer.
The FSU coach, I like him. I like the FSU coach.
Who's that? Leonard Hamilton?
Luke Lukes or whatever. He was in the MNBA.
Yeah, that's my
Lukey Lukes.
Guy sounds like a jerk. KO was so bad. Watch your mouth, Big 12 Bobby. Watch your mouth.
Opposite day. It's fine.
Yeah.
By the way, what an honor meeting him.
Big 12 Bobby's awesome. Him and his lovely lady, very, very cool people.
Yeah, I'm honor.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry what Kobe did to you, though. I didn't like how Kobe went up to him, and it got a little weird.
Yeah, I know. Again,
it was a little embarrassing. So we do want to apologize for Kobe's behavior.
Right. Yes. Kobe was all over the place. Okay. Now, I mean, it's something that we can't really.
You want to tell him with the cup with the urine? You want to, or can we say that on air?
Sure. Go ahead. Nobody's watching. Cares.
Yeah. So it got to a point where Kobe, we had to shut him off with beer, and he just drank urine instead and pretended like it was beer.
Yeah. Big 12 Bobby says, I couldn't stand being around that guy. It was impossible.
Yeah. I didn't meet Kobe, wink, because I want to forget about it.
Yeah, because I wanted to forget about him. We know Big 12 Bobby got to this stage in life by playing chess, not checkers. Did Sheer break out the salty dead fish handshake? Now, I do have a story. Sheer was mostly good. There was one person, though, that did tell me that you had reverted back to your old form, and it was basically the limpest handshake ever. But overall, I've been watching the handshake. I can't remember now, but it definitely did.
My handshakes were good, dude.
No, but overall, you did good. Now, there were a couple times when I'd look back because I was working the room, and I'd look back and Sheer was like this at the table.
That's not true either.
That's definitely true. I have a picture of it.
How could you remember? You basically sexually harassed Andy Enfield in the middle of the steak and shake.
Dude, by the way, I got to see Andy Enfield at a
you harassed him. It was bad.
Yeah.
Even Torres the next day is like, do you remember? You're like, yeah, I remember. Torres is like, I was hoping you would say no.
Right. I would remembered everything. I was bothering Andy Enfield about Kevin O'Neill for like the longest time. And each time you could tell he was like, I don't care, dude. Like, and so I asked him another question, and I watched him another question, and I asked him another question. So I'll bet you Andy Enfield will remember me.
That was a weird situation. All these coaches are at like fancy restaurants across the street. Right. And Andy Enfield's in a suit in the middle of Steak and Shake, just dominating it.
Sir, do you consider yourself the most boring man alive? Yes or no? Yeah. He's really boring. Seems like a nice guy, but he's really boring, man. Yeah. So, all right.
Yeah.
So there it is. Oh, we got the great. Right. Stay on topic, boys. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. All right. Now let's get back to the roster. Players on this team. Jaden Bradley's obviously gone.
Yeah.
Braden Burries is gone. I know a lot of people think that why doesn't he just come back for another day? No, he's not. I fully expect Yvonne to be back, obviously.
Do you think he declares, or do you think he just comes back?
I think Krivas declares, my bad, Krivas, and he comes back. Whereas with Yvonne, I think Yvonne just comes back.
I can see that.
Yvonne's got 2 big problems. And I love Yvonne. I think next year Yvonne's going to be really, really good. He was good this year. Yvonne's got 2. No, Koa Pete shouldn't stay, Prim. I love you. Koa Pete would be turning down $30 million. He needs to go. Shoo.
Maybe if Rage could pay him that money, he would stay.
You know, we should get a GoFundMe for Rage to pay off all of his debts to everybody across the league.
You know what?
Right. Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Oh, go Rage me.
I met Tommy Lloyd's dad heading back. He was happy he didn't have to move cross country. So other people met Tommy Lloyd's dad as well in the chat. It wasn't just you, my friend. It wasn't just you. All right. So Yvonne, there's 2 things that I need from Yvonne. Defense is obviously fantastic. His head for the game is fantastic. All of that stuff. I will say this. The turnovers and traffic have to stop. Jesse Britches, you beat me to the point. Dale Lloyd. Oh, that is Dale Lloyd, the whitest name ever?
Come on.
No, it's I love it.
I think Yvonne needs to work on dribbling.
Yvonne needs to work on dribbling, but it's more than that. Oh, 199 super snap. Any chance Vasar returns? Excited for Chelsea?
Spatial awareness also.
What? Yvonne?
Yvonne needs to work on spatial awareness. Like, hey, I'm dribbling and there's 3 guys there. Maybe I shouldn't dribble there.
Right. Yes, I would agree with that. You need to be able to. The problem with Yvonne is this, and again, we love Yvonne, and I would be stunned if Vasar ever came back here to answer the question.
No, he's not. Dude, if they can't afford him now, why? If they couldn't afford him then, why were they going to afford him now?
All right. Well, here's the other thing too: is that Kobe L makes a rare good point. Yvonne needs to work on dribbling with a purpose. That's the best way to put it possible. Yvonne gets into trouble all the time, and it happens way too often where he dribbles and he does a jump stop, picks the ball up, and then it is either stolen or it is a jump ball. That needs to stop. He does that way too often. He needs to stop that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he needs to stop that. And he needs to work on his shooting. Other than that, I think he can be an all-conference guy next year. I really do.
I think he's been great next year.
Yeah, I mean,
leaving would be a mistake, and you know me, I'm all about leaving. If you want to leave, I get it. Leaving for him would be a mistake.
Baba Ganoush 86. No, because I've been very clear on this, and I was actually breaking it down in the CBS suites.
You know what Baba Ganoush is, by the way?
Baba Ganoush, yeah, it's isn't it a song?
Nope.
What is it?
It's a food.
A Baba Ganoush?
Baba Ganoush is a dip with eggplant.
Did I tell you my story about? Tell you my story about succotash?
Yeah, you've told everyone at least 40 to 60 times.
Have I told anyone this story about succotash? Maybe I have.
More than the Jeff Goodman story, yes.
I've told the Jeff Goodman story, though.
I just said even more than the Jeff Goodman story.
Though.
I just said even more than the Jeff Goodman story.
I have a new Jeff Goodman story. Sheer, do you want to explain what
this one's funny, so you can do it.
All right. So we're walking out of the media room or whatever.
I'm very well liked nationally by just about everyone. Okay, go ahead.
Do you want to be liked by Jeff Goodman?
I want to be liked by everyone. I'm a man of the people, Mike.
So we are walking out of the press room, and Goodman sees Sheer, and Goodman starts looking like he's about to head towards Sheer to say hi.
Everyone wants to
press
people
the flesh,
waiting in line,
do all of that. Then he saw me, and I kid you not, he did a 180 immediately. From looking like he was going to come talk to Sheer to going in the exact opposite direction. This is true, Sheer.
It is true. It is true. You're very intimidating in person.
Hey, you know what I should have yelled out? I just realized this. You know what I should have yelled out? Rent free, rent free, rent free. All right. Well, either way, Jeff Goodman, you lose. I've already told the other story. Knock it off there, Joseph. I figured out Kobe L told me that you're lying to me. You're just
what a piece of crap.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, now let's get into up front a little bit. Krivas, I tend to agree. I don't think Krivas can be the best player on a national title team, but I definitely believe he can be your best big man on a national title team. How about that?
Oh, I think if Krivas comes back, next year he's a monster.
I do too.
Monster. What do we think? Big man in the country type of guy.
What do we think from a statistical perspective? I think you're looking at about 16-8.
What did he average this year?
11-6?
10-8?
Yeah.
I don't see why he couldn't be like 14-8.
Yeah. And again, you bring back the defense as well. I think he'd be an absolute monster. So, 15-9, you get him back. That is a nice little piece. I'll also say this, that if you look around the Big 12, Arizona's probably going to be the best team in the conference preseason.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I mean, honestly, yes.
I mean, it's so early, but let's see what happens with Tech, Houston,
Right. Yep. Now,
Kansas has to replace their whole damn roster, so.
I don't know what's going on with Kansas. I like my Kansas friends. What's going on there?
I don't know.
Do they not have any?
But did they really lose anyone of value?
Well, they just don't have a roster.
Right, but did they really El Marco Jackson sucks.
Badunga.
Paul Tobias sucks.
Badunga's
good. Tiller's replaceable. Badunga's the one for sure.
Right.
But Badunga's been transferring for 2 years because he wants money.
Right.
He was supposed to transfer before this year.
Yeah, and like Prim said, and then you look at Tech. They if they get Badunga, but you lose Haunts, I could make the case that you're worse losing Haunts and getting in Badunga.
Oh, they got to get a guard.
Right. I mean, because Haunts is problems.
They lose Atwell. They lose Watts. They lose.
They lose a lot. Yeah.
No, Arizona. If things go, and Vegas agrees with their way early odds that are meaningless, but it helps from us. if things go the way we think they're going to go, Arizona should be the pretty heavy favorite. There is one team, Mike, that while they won't be the favorite to win, I do think that they are going to surprise in the Big 12 if they're able to keep the guys that I think they keep. And that's TCU. Edmonds, Punch, Micah Robinson, Posey, Harding, Toulson, they're all back. They're all underclassmen. The whole team.
He's a tool.
The whole team is underclassmen.
Yeah. Arizona is the team with the third best odds to win the national title. I will take that.
Houston's going to be interesting too.
Right. Houston, I just say that I think that Arizona, if
everything goes right, Arizona should absolutely be the favorite to win the Big 12 next year.
Right. Yes. Okay. Now, all right. So there's that. Now let's talk. We talked about my bad Krivas. Let's talk about CD for a second. CD's fascinating to me because CD is, and I mean this in a good way, CD is a kid. CD is young. CD acts young. I think CD's got potential. I am curious to see what happens with CD.
CD is a choice that Arizona needs to make. And when I say that, if they bring back Krivas like expected, do they believe that CD is good enough to be their backup 5? And if not, they have to go get another 5. And then CD says, well, if I'm the third 5 off the bench, what happens now? It could be that type of situation. I'm not saying CD's going to transfer. I don't know. I don't know what those meetings and conversations are going to look like and all that. But Arizona has a decision to make whether or not it believes CD could be the backup 5 next year.
The people that keep asking me, I do not believe that Bill ever plays here. I could be wrong on that. I don't believe he plays here. Now, Bryce James, and we're going to get to a little bit of football because we are a football school. And I see what the sister's doing in here. I think with Bryce James, here's what I believe is the ideal situation for Bryce James, is that Bryce James goes in and he earns his way into about 6 to 8 minutes per game next year. Something like that. You get probably a stretch each half. And then by the time you're in your third season, you start looking at it and you'll be a redshirt sophomore at that point. You're at 18, 19 minutes per game. Maybe you're a starter as a fourth-year junior. I think that is the ideal trajectory for Bryce James.
Yeah, I agree. Play a little bit next year, kind of grow as a player and all that. Junior year, you're actually in the rotation, and senior year, you're a good player.
Yep, exactly. So now
Tyrone Riley visiting Louisville and Oregon.
Oh, by the way, everybody out there that doesn't know, Tyrone Riley is the guy that Rage lost his $1,000 to and he never paid.
That's the only reason I'm bringing him up.
Yeah, exactly. Tyrone Riley. So, okay. All right, let's get some reads in here and let's get to a little bit of football. We're going to talk about Caleb Holt and Cam Holmes tomorrow, though. Okay.
Sheep.
All right. Explain this. I still don't get it quite. Explain this.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Everybody do this. This is Tyler Warden.
I haven't had time, but I'm going to do this later, and I'm going to show people on the show tomorrow. But basically, download the app, Omni League, every sport, one league all season long. It's like fantasy sports. It's that you draft teams across every major sport. You can do it with your friends. You can draft live standings. It's free, which is awesome. Very cool. I know they're in Indianapolis pushing it. And it was the hottest word, Mike. It was the hottest word.
And the thing is, Tyler Warden, besides stealing my mother's heart, has stolen the heart of America. Get in on this and do this right now. Everybody do as you're told. Download on the App Store. Get it on Google Play. Do as you're told. This is the future coach of AZ12 Press. By the way, you know his like 5-star quarterback that he's tutoring?
We discussed him.
You know what's funny? That kid liked something that I tweeted out today, and I think it was about about finding that gas road.
He was probably just kissing butt if you liked one of your tweets.
Yeah. Well, I was kissing butt because I posted a picture of a real time at Gas Road. So there. All right, check it out. Tyler Warden. Boom.
X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you.
First, I'm gonna.
All right, now Comfort X HVAC, Tucson's local HVAC. Call 520-222-7012 or book online at comfortxhvac.com. Service and maintenance, emergency repairs, installations, replacements, indoor air quality, mini splits, ductwork, fray estimates, you name it. Boom, check it out, Comfort X HVAC. Don't be like Kobe L and get in there and have no air conditioning in the middle of the summer. Freedom! Yes, Green Valley Decorative Rock, two convenient locations, Tucson plus Green Valley. Sure, you've come across some of these idiots that try to say it's just in Green Valley. They're idiots.
Oh my God, don't get me started on those morons.
Yeah, morons. Serving residents and contractors. East to Benson, Sierra Vista, west to Marana, south to Nogales, north to Oracle. Our good pal Brian Blackmore says he laughs out loud every time. That's what we were trying to do here. Normally people laugh looking at us. Now they are laughing with us. We will take it. Yeah. Check it out. Tucson, Green Valley Decorative Rock. What a transition.
My God.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Yes. Yeah, you got to get a better mic, Rick Barons. You're much better than that. You can do that. You'll be back on next time, though. You're awesome. Okay, football is here. Now, I put this out on Twitter, and it makes me laugh, and everybody needs to be laughing about this. I will say this. I will say this. And I kind of wonder if he's going to be a little bit more circumspect this camp. Every camp for the last 2 years, David Kelly has gone out there and says after every camp that Noah Fafita sucks, that he is he's the worst player, that, the offense looks terrible. Meanwhile, people that are at practice like Shear, I proudly don't go, but I'm actually going to come to 3 of them this spring. And
yeah, we were taking bets today at practice whether or not you will.
Oh, well, yeah.
Brett Gleason says you will not. And I said, Brett, I get it. I get it, Brett.
Oh, Brett's doubting me, huh?
I see
you. All right. I see what it is. I see what it is. Yeah, I see what it is. Okay. But
literally everyone is doubting you.
You know what? I was born being doubted.
I still doubt you.
Yes. I don't want to get into Kim. That was I don't know what.
No comment.
Moving on. I do not agree with that. I think I've tried telling her before. I don't think that's a good idea to put that stuff. And well, she's her own person. That's fine. All right. So football, though, everybody keep an eye on David Kelly and how much he ends up trashing Noah. But what were your initial thoughts being at practice today?
Yeah, I was at practice today, Michael.
Yeah. Not me. Couldn't be me.
Few thoughts. Number one, a lot of Trace 5e in this offense next year. Number two, I really like Rodney Gallagher and DJ Jordan. DJ Jordan is much faster than I thought. I thought he was just kind of a jump high, slow kind of, but athletic guy. He's not. He can run. Cole Rusk is absolutely the best tight end on the roster.
I was going to say, what kind of tight end when you look at it?
Rusk got a lot of usage.
Okay.
He was good. Defensively, they're still working on a lot of different combinations. The secondary is pretty wide open, I think, in terms of starters. Linebackers, different combos. I was mostly paying attention to the offense today.
All right, so let's talk about the offense a little bit. Then how did it look?
Good. Noah looked good. DK wasn't there today, by the way.
Good? I heard it every single practice. Noah sucks.
DK was not there today. In fact, there was only 2 people at practice today.
Let me guess, you and Peterson.
Spears.
Oh, okay, Spears. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's it. Spagby did good. Defense, Tyrese Boss is okay. He had a rough day today. I gotta tell you, the speed at receiver is pretty legit. Like Jordan Ross is fast. Mizell had a really nice catch where he beat Boss. Caleb Smith had a nice.
Is that the USC kid?
No, Caleb Smith is a freshman who's like 5'7".
Who's the USC kid?
DJ Jordan.
Oh, DJ Jordan. Okay, gotcha.
Victory Johnson, the kid that was on Colorado and then Cal Poly, he had a sack today.
Okay.
What else you want to know? The punting competition, in my mind, is over already.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good.
The Australian kid is clearly the dude.
Okay.
Calvin Ridley, Chase Ridley, by the way, very large man. And then there is no kicking competition.
Right. Interesting.
Salgado Medina is the kicker. The end.
Right. Okay. Well, there we go. I mean, it worked. I mean, is the theory then that, it was just a bunch of holding issues and stuff like that? Big 12 Bobby says.
I get it. It's practice, but he was 4 for 4 today, and they were long. They were left hash. They were right hash. They believe that a lot of it was just the system and the operation.
All right. Okay. That's fine. All right. Running backs. The running backs are going to be fine.
I mean, Quincy Craig and Risano are out. They're hurt. What was I going to say?
So who was getting the rest of those carries then?
Yeah, Antoine Roberts was getting carries. He looked pretty good. Yarborough, guys like that.
I was going to say Yarborough. Yeah. Who is Antoine Roberts? Never heard that name.
The kid from Marshall.
Oh, still don't know who he is. Okay. Now, how's the long snapper? Is it still it's
good. The operation looked good.
Is it still on is it still that Salerno guy?
No, he's gone.
All right. Ooh, man, yeah. I wish you nothing but the best, but don't let the door hit you on the way out, my friend. You know what's funny? I had Chuz was asking me on Twitter. He goes, he says, Chuz says to me, he goes, what is the can't remember exactly what he said. Oh, yeah, that's what he said. He's like, what's your take on the portal class? I'm at the point with the portal class when it comes to the lines. I don't know what to expect. I'm not going to pretend it because I thought the portal pickups on the line last year were portal potties. They didn't do anything for me, and they turned out, huh?
You're an idiot.
Yeah, I am. I never said it wasn't. But they, like I said, they how do I put it? Yeah,
they surprised you.
Yeah, they surprised me. And a guy like Deshaun McKnight, there's no way that you could have actually seen that, see that coming through. I mean, he was, and they
you either believe it, Danny, or you don't.
Well, they did a really, really good job. Yeah, DKL definitely has terrible questions for sure. Don't worry about it, Len. He's got you covered. Now on the D line, then let's talk about it. What are we looking for from the D line right now? When I go there on Thursday, who should I be scouting?
I mean, they're using a lot of different combinations. Zach Salepa is one of the largest humans I've ever seen.
Is that the kid from like Tasmania that's like 900 pounds and like 8
Yeah, he lost weight, but he is a very large human being. Then you have Victory Johnson, Trey Smith, Paulu, Mays Pesci, Savanea, Lalesio. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to ask you right now, is the D-line going to be good enough?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, now secondary. You got to talk with Malcolm Hartzog, my guy, and you said that he's certainly not from Arizona.
No, he's from Mississippi. Very thick Mississippi accent. He's good. Yeah, he's good. The coaches like him. He's starting. He's a lock. He's good. I like him.
All right, so the locks in the secondary. Then we got Hartzog and Cole. Those are the locks, right? Oh crap. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, Hartzog. So those guys are the locks. All right, that makes sense. Who else? If I were to ask you right now, your starting secondary, who is it going to be?
It's impossible. It really is. Even RSA said today, it's the safeties. It's impossible. There's too much competition right now.
Okay, now at the linebacker unit, then my guy Jabari Mann. How do we get him on the field the entire time?
We don't. The entire time. Who are you benching?
I just want him on there. I just need him on the field. He's a playmaker. He's like Bondurant. You just got to be out there.
Yeah, he'll be on the field, but he's not all the time.
All right, well, do what you got to do to make it happen. What about the other linebackers? Talk to me.
Mike, I only went to one practice here.
Tabor.
I only went to one practice, and there was like no tackling. So
all right, yeah. Well, that's what we
did. Brown, Chase Kennedy, Everett Rousseau, Cooper Blumstrom. Those are the four right now.
By the way, Big 12 Bobby, Justin Flo isn't walking into that locker room. Very, very true, my friend. Very, very true. Okay. Now, everybody, go to Little Caesars. 15% off any online order. Code SAVE15 and code LCFREECC. Free crazy combo with a pizza purchase. That was the sister's worst call, right, Justin Flo?
There's a lot of them, but yeah, that's up there.
Yeah. What's going to be a worse one? Choosing Braden Burries over Elijah Arenas or that Justin Flo is an All-American?
Flo, because at least Arenas is probably talented.
Yeah. 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 That's a good point. That's a good point. All right, everybody. What time should we do the show tomorrow? 10:30 or 2:30? Or 10 or 2:30? 10? Yeah. All right. We're going to do the show at 10 tomorrow, but then we're going to do the show at 2:30 on Thursday. Yes. All right. On that note, though, you guys are absolutely fantastic. We cannot thank you enough. For Jason Shear, I am merely Mike Luke. Got up to 370 live today. You guys are the best. We will talk with you tomorrow. TTFN.